Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading, and this reading is going to be on DaBaby, Tory Lanez, and Megantheestallion. Reason being is because Tory Lanez and DaBaby has put out a record together. And I believe last year, Megantheestallion said the record was never coming out and that, Tory Lanez was basically clout chasing and blah, 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 blah. Before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications, okay? So we're going to start off with how DaBaby and Megantheestallion feel about each other, okay? We're going to start off with that. How does DaBaby and Megantheestallion feel about each other? How does Megantheestallion feel about DaBaby? How does Megantheestallion feel about DaBaby? The rapper DaBaby. Okay, so she feels like she has a lot of success with him. Okay, so I do see that the Ace of Cups, this talks about love. She has love for him. She feels like they've had a lot of success together. This talks about, love. This talks about, building a relationship with someone. We also have the Ten of Cups. This talks about family, a foundation. So she looks at him as family in a sense because, I think he was one of the first big artists to collaborate with her other than like Nicki. That was like really hot at the time collaborating with her. So that's probably why she felt like she could tell him who to collaborate with. Also, she has the Carters backing her, so that probably played a part in it too. But the Ace of Cups, this talks about finding success with someone. This talks about when you have love for someone, okay? So, there is a thing she has for him. Like, he's close to her heart, some way, shape, or form. Okay? The Ace of Pentacles, this talks about opportunities that they've had together. Okay? The Ace of Pentacles. We also have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about the dark side of wealth, the dark side of, the music business. So she does feel like their relationship has taken a turn. She does feel like the relationship has taken a turn. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about when you feel like somebody like switched on you. Okay, so this talks about the dark side of the industry, the dark side of wealth. When you feel like, things are not kind of going your way. The World card is here. This talks about life cycles, things changing. You're not being as close with someone. And then the Ten of Wands in reverse. She feels like, there has been a lot of stress in their relationship recently. A lot of stress, a lot of burdens. The Ten of Wands, it talks about burdens, a lot of, workload on them. So she does feel like there has been a shift in their relationship. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. She kind of feels like this is going to bring him bad karma. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. This talks about bad karma. Okay, so she feels like him collaborating with Tory Lanez is going to bring him bad karma. That's how she feels. We also have the High Priestess in reverse. It talks about a disconnection. This also talks about, you not being completely honest. So she feels like DaBaby hasn't been honest. Maybe he told Megan he wasn't going to do the record. Because DaBaby, like I said before in another reading, I feel like DaBaby's kind of wishy-washy with certain things. So maybe he told her that he wasn't going to do the record. But the High Priestess, this talks about disconnection. This talks about dishonesty. So she feels like he was lying to her. So that's how she feels about him right now. She feels like, they've had a lot of success together, but their relationship has taken a turn. So let's see, how does DaBaby feel about Megantheestallion? DaBaby, how does he feel about Megantheestallion? Okay, so the Queen of Cups is here in reverse. This talks about when somebody's kind of codependent on someone. So he feels like Megan has a codependency issue. Like she's codependent on people. She can't stand on her own. That's how he feels. We also have the Hangman. Okay, this talks about stalemate, not being able to move forward. So this has a lot to do with maybe her career. He feels like maybe it's going to run stale. He also feels like the relationship could run stale, okay? He kind of feels like, I should be able to do what I want to do, okay? I shouldn't have to go through you to see who I can collaborate with. And plus, I heard that DaBaby and Nicki got another collaboration coming out. So you're going to tell DaBaby not to work with Nicki? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to tell him not to work with Tory Lanez, because she did say that the record wasn't coming out, but it's out now. Okay. So, she obviously cannot tell DaBaby what to do. The Four of Wands, this talks about finding harmony, finding success. So he does feel like they've had a lot of success together, but he does feel like she's codependent on him. And then the Chariot card, this talks about like willpower, using your power for bad. And he kind of feels like Megan uses her connections for bad. And by connections, I'm talking about camel face. Okay, so the Chariot card, this talks about willpower, this talks about success, and when you kind of use your power for bad. We also have the Six of Cups. This talks about having a lot of playful energy between them, laughing, giggling around, playing around in the studio, having that chemistry. Okay, and then the Moon card in reverse, it talks about when somebody kind of struggles with anxiety or fear, and he kind of feels like mentally, Megantheestallion is struggling. Mentally, he feels like she's struggling. Okay, but he does feel like, they've had a lot of success together, but she is codependent on, I guess, their relationship, their dynamic. People were comparing them to like Nicki and Wayne. When it comes to rapping, that's what people were saying on social media, not me. So he feels like, that she was kind of codependent on them. Like how Wayne, when the BET Awards dissed Nicki Minaj, how Wayne said, oh, he's not performing. Nicki posted those texts. That's how DaBaby feels like, Megan wanted him to do, okay? And he wasn't going to stop his bag. Okay, look how he treated Danny Leg after the Yellowbone comment came out. He's all about getting to the bag. I want to ask this question. Have Megantheestallion and DaBaby ever been intimate with each other? Have they ever been intimate sexually or romantically with each other? Because I've been hearing that rumor for a while now. Have they ever been intimate with each other? DaBaby and Megantheestallion. I want to see that. DaBaby and Megantheestallion. Have they ever been intimate with each other? Romantically or sexually? Have they ever been intimate with each other? I do see, I have like an inkling of them like kind of hooking up, the energy that I'm picking up on, okay? The energy I'm picking up on is that they did hook up, but it was very short-lived. Like maybe a one-night stand or they kissed or something like that. It feels like something happened because she has an attachment towards DaBaby, okay? The Nine of Cups is here in reverse. It talks about not being satisfied, okay? So it's almost like their relationship, whatever they had going on, wasn't fulfilling, okay? It wasn't fulfilling, very short term. The Fool card in reverse, this talks about playing like you're innocent. This probably has a lot to do with DaBaby saying that, he's a businessman and, him and Megan have some sort of partnership. But there's deceit in that. That's not true, okay? The Fool card, this talks about when you kind of play innocent like you didn't do anything. And then the Nine of Cups, it talks about being dissatisfied. More on Megan's end, okay? Megan feels dissatisfied, very short-lived. I think Megan always going to want to be in some sort of relationship, okay? And then we have the Five of Swords in reverse. This talks about having past resentment towards someone. This talks about forgiving someone. So it does seem like something happened between them, okay? I'm just going to be quite honest. Not saying it was very long-lived, like they were in a relationship. Maybe they kissed or hooked up, you know what I'm saying? And then we have the Seven of Wands. It became overwhelming, became chaotic for them, okay? And so they decided to just be friends. So it looks like the King of Wands, this kind of talks about when you want to have a business relationship with someone. So it's like the baby kind of pulled away because he just wanted it to be strictly business. But it does look like something transpired to them, okay? Transpired with them, because it seems as though she's very attached to him some way, shape, or form, okay? And then we have the King of Swords. This kind of talks about, misusing your power. Okay, so this energy is not the baby. This is Megantheestallion misusing her power. Think that just because they have some sort of relationship that she can kind of boss him around. Okay, and when I'm talking about relationship, I'm talking about like a friendship. But it does seem like something transpired between them. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse popped up back again in reverse. This talks about bad luck. So she kind of feels like there's eventually he's going to have some sort of bad karma. Okay. Or maybe she's wishing it on him that he gets his karma. Okay. She's attached to him some way. Okay. They have a close relationship, or they had a close relationship. How does Megantheestallion feel about Tory Lanez and DaBaby's new record that just dropped? I think it's called Skat or something like that. So how does Megantheestallion feel about Tory Lanez and DaBaby collaborating? Megantheestallion, how does she feel about Tory Lanez and DaBaby collaborating on their new song Skat? Yeah, she's not happy about it. So, she feels like she doesn't think the song is bad. The Four of Pentacles, this talks about, you kind of seeing the good in people. So she understands that he has to be about his bag. The Four of Pentacles, this talks about, a good investment, you being about your money. So she does understand that part. But we have the Emperor card here in reverse. This talks about when you use manipulation. So it's almost like she might, I don't know if she's going to speak to Camel Face, but she doesn't seem too happy about the record coming out. This talks about manipulation, somebody using their power, the Emperor card. We also have the Judgment card here. She's not happy about it. This talks about you judging someone, you being critical of it, okay? And then we have the Empress card in reverse. This also speaks about codependency, okay? So it's almost like she has an attachment towards him where she feels like he should not be doing certain things, okay? He should not be doing, when she asks him not to do something, she expects him not to do it. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, coming back up. This speaks a lot about bad karma. It's almost like she's hoping that the song flops, or she's going to try to make sure that the song flops or doesn't do well. She's going to try to use her connection to try to make the song flop. I don't know if she's going to be able to do that, because I remember when Meek Mill tried to do that with 6ix9ine. If y'all remember, when 6ix9ine had those singles out, and he eventually got blacklisted by Scooter Braun. But Meek Mill was trying to use Camel Face to get 6ix9ine blacklisted, but it didn't work because Camel Face doesn't care. Okay, it has to be beneficial for him, okay? And then the Three of Pentacles, this talks about working alone strategically. So it's almost like she's not going to be able to pull strings, but she's going to try to. She's going to try to get the song to flop, or she's going to tell people, you know, not to be cool with Tory or something like that. And that's why Tory Lanez even said in the interview, like, people reached out to him behind the scenes, but they wouldn't do it publicly, okay, because they're scared of Megan's connections. Okay, let's see. Will Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby collaborate again? Will Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby ever collaborate again? Megan Thee Stallion, will they ever collaborate again? It is possible that they can collaborate. She's going to want to have a conversation with him first. But it is possible, okay? The Eight of Pentacles, this talks about working together. This talks about determination. We also have the Sun card here. This talks about viewing DaBaby in a positive light. Him being charming, sweet-talking her. So it's almost like when they conversate, he's going to sweet-talk her into forgiving him, basically. And then the Two of Swords, this talks about, you know, not fully trusting someone, having your guard up. Having your guard up. The Justice card is here in reverse. This talks about unfairness, feeling like you're not being treated fairly. So that's how she feels about DaBaby right now. She's going to want to have a conversation with him. He's going to sweet talk her. And they'll probably can make a few more songs together. Let's see. Well, the new single that Tory Lanez put out with DaBaby, will that song do well? Will that have any success on the charts? Tory Lanez and DaBaby, will the song do well? Will it have any success on the charts? It looks like somebody's going to be trying to pull some strings. The Seven of Swords in reverse, this talks about being deceitful. This talks about being sneaky, trying to get away with something. And it looks like somebody's going to be trying to pull some strings. We also have the Five of Pentacles here. This talks about a financial loss for Tory, and this could be because he's independent, so he may not make the money back from the money he put into the record, okay? Because the video looks nice. It looks like he really put a lot of effort into the video, so it looks like this could be a financial loss for him. You know, the Three of Cups, this talks about using your connections, using your friendships to kind of get your way. And that's something that Megan will be trying to do, okay? So it looks like organically, maybe, but it looks like somebody's going to be trying to pull some strings. So if I had to guess, I don't think this song is going to be super successful because it looks like somebody's going to be trying to pull some strings. But hopefully, you know, Tory Lanez gets some more organic success in the future. If you like this reading, comment below and like the video, okay? And I hope to see you guys in the next reading or exclusive that I do. Have a great day.